Well, every YouTuber and their mother, their cousin twice removed, their brother from down the street is making videos about the Windows 11 leaks. It's all over the place. There's some things I want to cover. What are the differences between Windows 10 and 11? When is 11 going to be available for the public? How much is the upgrade from 10 to 11 going to cost? And when is the last day that you can use Windows 10? And most importantly, what are the differences and how is Windows 11 going to perform for gamers? Let's get this thing. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to be playing some footage on screen here. I don't own any of this footage here. These all belong to other YouTubers that have gotten their hands on the leaked copy of Windows 11, which by the way is open source and relatively easy to find. I found a file, I can download it. However, I do not have a virtual machine or private server or anything that I'm comfortable running it on. You do not want to download this leak as it is from a untrusted source. It is from, blatantly an unknown source. So you really, even if you're running a VPN like I run, even a hybrid VPN off your modem, even if you're on a burner PC like old Ben back there, you really don't want to run this just because you don't know if there's any malicious malware, Trojans, or anything like that. So I would recommend running a virtual machine that is a little bit safer because, well, it is a virtual machine. If you are going to download and run this, if you just Google Windows 11, dig around a little bit, you don't even have to have a very big shovel. You don't have to dig very far. Trust me, it's in like the first couple links and you'll find it and you can download it. It's a zip file. And again, it's in beta, but this is going to be announced next week by Windows. And we've been on Windows 10 for a hot minute now. So about 68% of users of Windows are already on Windows 10, which isn't a huge percent. If you think about it, the remainder are still on Windows 7 or Windows Vista. However, gamers, there's about 98.9% of people that have Steam installed and use Steam as a game launcher are running Windows 10 as their dedicated launcher. So it seems like gamers are kind of ahead of the power curve when it comes to installing a new operating system. So it seems like gamers are most likely going to be some of the first people to install Windows 11. Now, it most likely will either be a free upgrade from Windows 10. They might make it to where if you have Windows 10 Pro, it's a free upgrade. And then if you have just the regular base home edition, it might be about a $20-$30 upgrade. Remember, if you look back historically, Windows 10 was a free upgrade and people were skeptical. They didn't update or upgrade for the longest time. And then we kind of figured out, okay, this is a pretty light OS or operating system. It's pretty clean. And now it's kind of the golden standard. If you have a Windows PC, you most likely have Windows 10. Obviously, if you have a Mac, you're running macOS. So speaking of macOS, as I just did mention them, it basically runs and looks virtually identical to Windows 10, but with a fresh coat of paint, and the coat of paint has Mac or Apple written all over it. It looks very, very similar to macOS, eerily similar. In fact, the toolbar is now dead center by default. You can shift that over to the left like traditional Windows PCs, but by default, it is on the bottom center of your desktop. Now, keep in mind, you will not be able to change it over to the left unless you actually purchase a copy. If you have a free or unregistered copy of Windows 11, you can't do any personalization or customization, changing desktop backgrounds, changing icons, and even changing where the dock is on the bottom or where the taskbar is. But the startup animation is a little bit different. Other than that, installing Windows 11 looked virtually the same from the leaks. Now, one of the features that is rumored being introduced is kind of a console-like feature where basically if you select a program that is not a game or it's an older game, maybe a retro game or something like that, it'll just use the internal graphics on your CPU. It's not even going to touch your GPU at all. So it's kind of like a low performance mode, and then there'll be a low latency high performance gaming mode which will utilize more of your GPU, kind of optimize your components a little better. Again, that is just rumored, that's not substantiated or anything like that. So this is being announced next week officially, which means that in the very, very near future after that, is will be available for download or paid upgrade. October 14th, 2025 is going to be the last day that you are able to run Windows 10. Not run, but I'm assuming download or install a fresh, clean copy. If you already have it installed, it's not like your PC is just going to stop working to my knowledge, because again, there's people still running super old operating systems, but that is the official no longer supported date from Microsoft. So as for gamers, it didn't really look like there was any specific gaming features besides obviously I mentioned a high performance, low latency mode, but Windows 10 already does that. It already makes it to where notifications will not come in while you launch a game. Even if you're not in Steam launch or anything, if you just launch a CD game or disk-based game from your desktop, Windows 10 already knows it's a game. It's going to turn off notifications. It's going to cancel a lot of background applications to optimize your RAM. So it doesn't look like they've made a whole lot of performance tweaks. It looks virtually like a cosmetic upgrade. So something to keep in mind. If you're acquainted with Windows 10, I mean, the learning curve is going to be very easy. It's like jumping from an Xbox One to an Xbox Series. It's like, okay, well, the screensaver looks a little bit different. The wallpapers, the icons, but this is the identical user interface. It's going to be like zero learning curve. So will I be getting it? Yes, I will be getting it day one, just so I can test it out for you guys, do a full walkthrough of the new features and whatnot. I am not going to be getting the leaked version. Like I said, I found it, but I don't have a VM or virtual machine, so I'm not going to download it on either one of my PCs here. But yes, I will be getting it day one, or as soon as I am able to get a free copy, or hopefully a free upgrade. And I'll be checking it out for you guys, seeing how it integrates with certain game launchers, such as Activision Blizzard's launcher, Epic Games launcher, Steam, etc., and see if there's any gamer-specific features, which as of now, it really doesn't seem like there is. It's cosmetic. Drop in the comment section below your guys' opinion of Windows 11. Me personally, I think we didn't even need a new Windows. Windows 10 has been working phenomenally for the longest time, and Microsoft had even said previously that Windows 10 was the last operating system that they were going to make. In fact, they were going to rebrand it or rename it to just Windows OS. Take off the 10. It was just going to be called Windows. And this was going to be like their universal synonymous operating system. But now they have it's more of a midlife refresh. I think of it as like Windows 10.5, because it's the same damn operating system with a couple of it's a cosmetic facelift. That's virtually it. That's going to do it, guys. Drop in the comment section below your guys' opinion of Windows 11. Will you be picking it up, or will you be holding out, seeing if the beta version's a big lumpy mess and a big buggy, glitchy, sticky, dirty mess? See you guys in the next video. Peace.